Yo, what's going on guys, Zkarma here and welcome back to another boring math video here in Borderlands 3. Today I want to talk about another of Amara's action skills that has recently received the buff. Yesterday I talked about Ties That Bind, Remnant, and Indiscriminate. All of these skills are now doing 600% increased damage on Mayhem 10 and they are not being affected by do harm stacks or action skill damage increases from class mods. Everything you need to know is covered in that video, which I will link in the comments below. Anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at all the facecast skills. We will talk about the changes done to facecast, deliverance, reverberation, and Tandava. In this video, we will take a look at how these action skills are currently working after the most recent patch, and also take a look at the increase in damage they have received for Mayhem 10, if any. So before I get into this breakdown, if you find this video informative or helpful in any way, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more content like this, that'll be awesome as well. Starting off, we're going to do a test on the normal facecast on this test dummy. The normal facecast has 16,204 damage, and we are using Shock Against Flesh, so it's 65% effective, giving us around 10k damage. And if I use my facecast on this dummy, we are doing 10k. And in my previous video where I covered Ties That Bind, like I mentioned, we noticed that action skill damage increases from our class mod or do harm did not give us more damage. But for facecast, we are still getting these bonuses as expected. So I will be equipping this class mod that gives me 36% action skill damage. And we also have do harm, which is going to give me 5.4% per stack, and we are going to be getting 10 rush stacks. So that means that do harm is going to give us a 54% increase to our action skill damage, and that damage is going to be additive with our class mod for a total of a 90% increase in damage. So let's show you that do harm and the class mod increase will affect this damage. And our damage was 10,532.6, we multiply that by 1.9, give it that increase, and we should get around 20k damage. And as you can see at the bottom of my screen, I already have 10 rush stacks, and when I use my action skill, we are doing 20k damage. So there you go, facecast is going to be affected by action skill damage increases from class mods and do harm. Same story with other facecast skills. Here is Deliverance, which has 15,095 damage, and we're going to be using the same formula. We add the 90% increase from our do harm stacks and the class mod, and then that 65% multiplier of Shock Against Flesh, giving us around 18k damage. And if we use our action skill, we are doing 18k damage. Now let's try Tandava with the same concept. It's 16,019 damage, apply the same formula, and it gives us 19k. And I do have already 10 stacks down there, so if I use my action skill, we should be doing 19k. And now I saved Reverberation for last because this one is really glitchy with the test dummy. It doesn't work properly sometimes. Additionally, this actually does double this damage, and the damage bonus per enemy hit is actually 25%. Or for you math nerds, it can actually be 50% of this damage, but since this damage is initially doubled, we can just use 25%. Works both ways. Maths, it's just weird. But that's a topic for another video. For the moment, let's just focus on this. 15,403, like I said, it's double this damage, so we multiply by 2, then by 1.9 for that 90% increase, and finally that 65% multiplier of Shock Against Flesh, giving us 38k damage on the first target that we hit. So let's line up a few of these guys, and if we use our action skill, as you can see, we went from 38k to 47k to 57k. So 38k was the initial target like we mentioned. Then we get a 25% increase to reach 47k, and then a 50% increase from 38k to get 57k. So as you can see, all of the facecast skills are being affected by do harm and also receive the bonus from class mods. Moving on, I want to show you by how much their damage has been increased on Mayhem 10. And this might come as a surprise, but the actual increase in damage is about a 3,000% increase. So really quickly, let me show you. So we are on Mayhem 10, and let's use Tandava for this one. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but earlier in the video, I was at Sanctuary on Mayhem 10. But at Sanctuary, it's considered to being on Mayhem 0, so that's why you weren't seeing this 3,000% bonus. But here at an actual map, you will actually see that increase. So anyways, we already saw that on Mayhem 0, we were doing 19,783 damage with 10 stacks of do harm and a 36% increase from our class mod. So now we apply the 3000% increase, so we multiply by 31, and we should get around 613,000 damage. And if we use our action skill, we do 614k, as you can see right there. That is a 3000% increase on Mayhem 10. And now we will do the same with another action skill, and this time we're going to be using Reverberation, which ended up being 38,000 damage on the first target. We're going to give this a 3000% increase, and we should get over 1 million damage on the first target. So if we come up to this guy and use the action skill, we are doing 1 million damage, as you see right there. And he actually got hit twice if you didn't notice, because I hit him once when it passed through, and the second time was when the action skill actually hit the ground, just pointing that out. So as you can see, we did 1 million damage, and there you go, facecast skills have received a 3000% increase in damage on Mayhem 10. That is an insane amount of damage, and it seems like finally facecast builds can be viable. Especially if you build around increasing that damage with global bonuses like the 300 over 90 anointment. If you guys didn't know, if you hold a gun out with a 300 over 90 anointment and you shoot the facecast to an enemy above 90% HP, you will get that bonus. So quick example, I do have this anointment on this pistol. So let's get our 10 rush stacks with this sellout pistol, and then we're going to switch to this weapon and use facecast with this weapon out, and as you'll see, instead of 1 million damage, we're going to get a 300% increase in damage to that, so we should be doing around 4 million damage this time. So let's look for an enemy that's above 90% health. That guy will do. So if I use my action skill now with this weapon out, we should be doing, as you see right there, 4 million damage, and the second target received 5 million. And look, he's almost dead, and this is without a build that's even optimized for this. So imagine the things we could do. And there you go guys, it works. So I will be working on a facecast build very soon. Let me know what you guys think about this video, and if you enjoyed or found it helpful, please don't forget to hit that like button for me, as that would be greatly appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more content like this, that'll be awesome as well. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.